I'd like to welcome you to the Gospel Gold Radio Hour.
It's getting cold, I'm driving home on Interstate 30. Mama's calling, where you at? The turkey's almost done. I hang up the phone, tear in my eye. Moments like these I realize, God, you're so good to me. You make joy out of simple and ordinary things. You fill life up with stories I never think to dream. So this holiday I wanna praise the one who's making a saint out of this sinner, the one who's turned me into this Thanksgiver. Just took the pumpkins off the porch, the wreath is on the door. There's something sacred about the time of year when you were born. The streets alive, it's Christmas again. Moments like these I hope I don't forget. God, you're so good to me. You make joy out of simple and ordinary things. You fill life up with stories I never think to dream. So this holiday I wanna praise the one who's making a saint out of this sinner, the one who's turned me into this Thanksgiver. In my heart, for when I get to hug my dad and punch my brother in the arm. Thank you for this grace I know I'll never have to earn, all because you chose to come down here and save this crazy world. You make joy out of simple and ordinary things. You fill life up with stories I never think to dream. So this holiday I wanna praise the one who's making a saint out of this sinner, the one who's turned me into this Thanksgiver. You're the reason why I'm a Thanksgiver. You're the reason why I'm a Thanksgiver.
It's just around the corner, folks, those holidays. That's Anthem Edition. Thanksgiver. We've got Kenna Turner West coming up, the Chucks, the Chuckwagon Gang, and his songs all coming up in the next set. Thanks so much for tuning in to Southern Branch Bluegrass and Gospel Music Radio.
She has good days, bad days, bright days and dark days, and some days she don't feel a thing. Times she can't get up, and it's hard not to give up, but there's no hope as far as she can see. And when it's all overwhelming, she opens up the Bible and she reads. There is no condemnation. In Jesus. Sometimes he craves it, can't stop his hands from shaking, and he's fighting to get past the past. 12 trip up, and he's praying this time is the last. But he's clinging to a promise, and right now it feels like all he has. There is no condemnation. In Jesus, there is no condemnation. In Jesus, we're all fragile in a world that's fallen. But can you hear him calling? There is no condemnation. There is no condemnation. In Jesus, there's grace for every weakness. We're forgiven. He has freed us. And there is no condemnation. There is no condemnation.
For what earthly reason would the Heavenly Father send down His Son to suffer rejection and pay for crimes He had not done? For what earthly reason would the Father let Him hang on a tree? I wept with the answer that one earthly reason was me.
of angels were not summoned from the throne up in the sky to purchase my pardon. Not even the angels could die. The only provision for my freedom was destined to be the sweet Lamb of glory, and his only reason was me. One earthly reason was me.
Don't fear the darkness. These are the moments we're made to shine. I know you're weary from the weight of the worry, and the shadows are growing in these hard times. Don't be afraid, you are surrounded by angels. You're in the presence of the Almighty King. Don't stop believing, have courage, be brave. Our God is faithful, don't be afraid. Sometimes real faith is like taking on giants, walking on water and watching it part. Sometimes it causes us to be still and quiet, step into chaos with a trusting heart. Don't be afraid, you are surrounded by angels. You're in the presence of the Almighty King. Don't stop believing, have courage, be brave. Our God is faithful, don't be afraid. If there's anything He leads you to, you know that He will lead you through. Keep your eyes fixed on His face. Don't be afraid, you are surrounded by angels. You're in the presence of the Almighty King. Don't be afraid, you are surrounded by angels. You're in the presence of the Almighty King. Don't stop believing, have courage, be brave. Our God is faithful, don't be afraid. Our God is faithful. afraid.
You're listening to the Gospel Gold Radio Hour on Southern Branch Bluegrass and Gospel Music Radio. That was his songs, Don't Be Afraid. Also had the Chuck Wagon Gang in that set. For what earthly reason? Kenna Turner West kicked that set off with There Is No Condemnation. We got a special set coming up. This one features the Chigger Hill Boys and Terry off their new one, the Steel Drivers off their new one, and High Fidelity off their new one. All have brand new projects. Let's kick her off with the Chigger Hill Boys and Terry with A Little Farther.
I want to go a little farther for my Lord. Go a little farther for my Lord. I want to dig a little deeper and love a little sweeter and go a little farther for my Lord. I want to go a little farther for my Lord. He's been so good to me, it's the least that I can do to give my best to Him until this journey's through. Each step, each breath, each thought, and every ounce of energy. Lord, help me make it count for Thee. I want to go a little farther for my Lord. Go a little farther for my Lord. I want to dig a little deeper and love a little sweeter and go a little farther for my Lord. I want to go a little farther for my Lord. The older I grow, the more clearly I can see that only what I do for Christ will last eternally. I'll give my all to Jesus, for He gave me new life. I know I can't outgive the Lord, but I can try. I want to go a little farther for my Lord. Go a little farther for my Lord. I want to dig a little deeper and love a little sweeter and go a little farther for my Lord. I want to dig a little deeper and love a little sweeter and go a little farther for my Lord.
He said, I don't believe in that mess they call heaven. Never bought into fairy tales. He was just some stranger talking, but it took away my breath. And I thought I heard a cry straight out of hell. Oh, the folly of the lost, those who stand and mock the cross. Brother, pray for their souls. Let us pray for their souls. Somewhere down the road, there's a reckoning, I know, where the truth's gonna shine like the sun, where every knee will bow when it all starts going down. Friend, if you ain't ready when he comes, saint's been gone for years. She taught me to love him and never forsake him. She said, baby, we're just travelers down here. Dust to dust, in this I trust. I don't know when, but I'll see her again. Somewhere down the road, there's a reckoning, I know, where the truth's gonna shine like the sun. Where every knee will bow when it all starts going down. Friend, if you ain't ready when it comes, this may be the end for you. You may not care where you go. For me, I'm headed somewhere down the I think about that man sometimes. Still pray to God he saw the light. Somewhere down the road there's a reckoning, I know, where the truth's gonna shine like the sun. Where every knee will bow when it all starts going down. And friend, if you ain't ready when he comes, this may be the end for you. You may not care where you go. Me, I'm headed somewhere down the road. Somewhere down the road.
The shadows of the night are falling fast. I know that I am going home at last. I'm almost ready for the judgment day. My Lord has taken me away. He'll carry me away on wings of flight. I rise above its bleak and cloudy night to ever dwell with him in brightest day. My Lord has taken me away.
I know it won't be long until I go to that happy land where milk and honey flow.
But gladness dwells within my heart today. My Lord has taken me away. I see the angels on the golden strand. I see my Savior at my Father's hand. I see the new Jerusalem way. My Lord has taken me away. It seems I almost hear the angel band. I feel the presence of my Father's hand, and soon he'll bear my weary soul away. My Lord has taken me away.
I know it won't be long until I go to that happy land where milk and honey flow.
But gladness dwells within my heart today. My Lord has taken me away.
I know it won't be long until I go to that happy land where milk and honey flow.
But gladness dwells within my heart today. My Lord has taken me away.
It's off the new High Fidelity project, My Lord Has Taken Me Away. It's an excellent project. It's called Music in My Soul. And let's see, we had Steel Drivers in that set as well off of their Tougher Than Nails project. We had the track Somewhere Down the Road. And the Chigger Hill Boys and Terry off of their brand new one. It's called Every Good Path. We had A Little Farther. We'll be hearing more off of that project coming up in the next set. We got the Promised Land Quartet coming up, the Inspirations, and the Chigger Hill Boys and Terry. Appreciate you listening to the Gospel Gold Radio Hour on Southern Branch Bluegrass and Gospel Music Radio.
Her story was familiar, condemned by all who knew her. To everyone but Jesus, she was just another sinner. An alabaster offering poured at his feet. In the beauty of forgiveness, she couldn't help but weep. But these were good tears flowing from an overwhelming love. Good tears, grateful praise when words can't say enough. When your heart's so full of joy, when His presence is so near, I can't tell you why. All I can do is cry. But they're good tears. Well, I have cried the tears of sorrow, been through the storms where I know it's only through God's mercy that I find the strength to follow. And I've cried the tears of blessing when God moved in great ways. I know it looks the same to you, but trust me when I say these are good tears flowing from an overwhelming love. Good tears, grateful praise when words can't say enough. When your heart's so full of joy, when His presence is so near, I can't tell you why. All I can do is cry. But they're good tears flowing from a heart that He created, driven by a grace I don't deserve, reaching to a God who made me worthy. So if you see me crying, rest assured, I am sure these are good tears flowing from an overwhelming love. Good tears, grateful praise when words can't say enough. When your heart's so full of joy, when His presence is so near, I can't tell you why. All I can do is cry. But they're good tears, good tears, good tears, good tears. These are good tears.
thirsty woman, once so dusty and alone. He offered her real life that's sweeter than she'd ever known. Then Jesus told her all about each sin she'd ever done. She drank that living water, then she told them everyone, come to that well of living water, flowing from on high. Don't wait till it gets hotter, tell your thirst goodbye. From that like that woman when he told her all about her sin. When you drink this water, you will never thirst again. So many times you've made the trip with empty water pots, but left without enough to fill the smallest one you brought. But meet the well that never dries, he'll wash away your stains. The only one that satisfies, and Jesus is his name. Come to that well of living water, flowing from on high. Don't wait till it gets hotter, tell your thirst goodbye. From that like that woman when he told her all about her sin. When you drink this water, you will never thirst again. Come to the well of living water, flowing from on high. Don't wait till it gets hotter, tell your thirst goodbye. Like that woman when he told her all about her sin. When you drink this water, you will never thirst again. Come to the well of living water, flowing from on high. Don't wait till it gets hotter, tell your thirst goodbye. From that well, come to the well, come to the well.
What has been finished cannot be undone. His promise is clear. Yes, I know where I stand. No one can pluck me out of his hand. I'm resting in his nail-pierced hands, secure in salvation due to his perfect plan, unswayed by the world, for in Christ I stand. I'm resting in his nail-pierced hands. Those sweet nail-scarred hands hold me today. I'll never fear what man can't take away. I have trusted the one who is in full control. He purchased eternal peace for my soul. Now I'm resting in his nail-pierced hands, secure in salvation due to his perfect plan, unswayed by the world, for in Christ I stand. I'm resting in his nail-pierced hands, unswayed by the world, for in Christ I stand. I'm resting in his nail-pierced hands.
Sugar Hill Boys and Terry resting in his nail-pierced hands. The inspiration's in that set, and the Promised Land Quartet in that set as well. Coming up, we got a pretty special set. This one features Lee Newton and Deborah Allen doing one of my favorite songs of all time, Tony Gore, coming up. And the Collinsworth family, they're in our area right now doing some singing and doing some traveling. Here's Lee Newton with In the Garden.
I come to the garden alone, our Father who art in heaven, while the dew is still on the roses. Hallowed be thy name, and the voice I hear, thy kingdom come, falling on my ear. Thy will be done. The Son of God discloses as it is in heaven, and he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I am his own, and the joy tarry there, none other has ever known. Oh, he speaks, and the sound of his voice is so sweet. The birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. And he walks with me and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy that we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
There are grapes aplenty, and the vines are rich and green. Wondrous fruit abundant, the likes of which you've never seen. And we pray for harvest while we watch and wait for spring. And we labor in the vineyard of the King. And we sow and gather, we come bearing precious seed. We'll need plenty water, full supply for every need. Here no one's complaining about the wage or anything. And we labor in the vineyard of the King. Feel that good warm sunshine, work the plow, till the ground. There's a yoke and burden, the lightest one you've ever found. And we go rejoicing, sometimes laugh, sometimes sing, and we labor in the vineyard of the King. Now the seed's the gospel, it's our work to spread it round, and the world's the vineyard in his soul that can be found. And our King is Jesus, he's now sitting on his throne, just waiting for the harvest that we sow. Well, and we sow and gather, we come bearing precious seed. We'll need plenty water, oh supply for every need. Here no one's complaining about the wage or anything, and we labor in the vineyard of the King. Yes, and we sow and gather, we come bearing precious seed. We'll need plenty water, full supply for every need. Here no one's complaining about the wage or anything, and we labor in the vineyard of the King. Well, here no one's complaining about the wage or anything, and we labor in the vineyard of the King. Yes, we labor in the vineyard of the King.
Heaven's holy halls echo with the call of all God's children sending up their pleas. If it's a multitude or only just a few, there's no end to possibilities. Where two or three are gathered in his name, when two or three are praying, things will change. Situations turn around as we pray heaven down. God still answers if there's only two or three. It doesn't take a crowd of people all around for God to hear the voice of you and me. Our fervent prayers are heard according to his word. Mighty things are done when we agree. When two or three are gathered in his name, when two or three are praying, things will change. Situations turn around as we pray heaven down. God still answers if there's only two or three.
Beautiful new song from the Collinsworth family. 2 or 3 is the name of it. Tony Gore in that set as well. Love this song, Labor in the Vineyard. Man, good stuff. Lee Newton featuring Deborah Allen kicked that set off with In the Garden. And that's off of her latest release called, let's see, I apologize. It's not her latest release. But anyway, it's a release from Lee Newton. Anyway, it's called Crossroads, if you want to look it up. Let's see, we've got the Kingsmen coming up, the Wise Carvers with a new tune, and the Lore family. And that'll just about wrap it up for this week's edition of the Gospel Gold Radio Hour. Let's kick this set off with the Kingsmen. This one's called Unstoppable God.
At the foot of a mountain too high to climb. I've stood by the water with no way to the other side. When I cried out to Jesus, I'm telling you, friend, He made a way. And ever since then, I've never met an immovable mountain. I've never faced an uncrossable sea. 'Cause the God of all power, He goes before me. And time after time I've seen there's nothing on earth that can stop unstoppable God. Oh, maybe you're facing a mountain of doubt, or maybe you're standing by the same water I'm singing about. Mountain, I've never faced an uncrossable sea. 'Cause the God of all power, He goes before me. And time after time I've seen there's nothing on earth that can stop the unstoppable God. Oh, He can do miracles. Nothing's impossible for the unchanging, unstoppable God. I've never met an immovable mountain. I've never faced an uncrossable sea. 'Cause the God of all power, He goes before me. And time after time I've seen, and time after time I've seen, I've never met an immovable mountain. I've never faced an uncrossable sea. 'Cause the God of all power, He goes before me. And time after time I've seen there's nothing on earth that can stop. There's nothing on earth that can stop the unstoppable God. Unstoppable God. Unstoppable God.
Are there any other sinners here like me? Anybody once was lost from time to time still can't see? Is there any heart so broken that every beat shatters another piece? We've got to believe, believe, believe that grace, grace, grace will come our way, and mercy comes to stay. When sin had come to steal our hearts away, hear redemption say that grace, 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 grace. She wasn't always who she is today. The freedom that she thought she had now holds her as a slave. She has no strength to stay. She doesn't have the strength it takes to walk away. But grace, oh, it's grace, and grace, grace, grace will come our way, and mercy comes to stay. When sin had come to steal our hearts away, hear redemption say that grace, 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 grace. For every mama crying, grace is coming, grace is coming. For every soul that's trying, grace is coming, grace is coming. For minds tired of the devil's lying, grace is coming. For this world that's lost and dying, that grace, grace, grace will come our way, and mercy comes to stay. When sin had come to steal our hearts away, hear redemption say that grace, 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 that grace, 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 grace.
That was the Wise Carvers doing Grace. We had the Kingsmen kick that set off with Unstoppable God. Let's go out with the Steel Drivers off their Tougher Than Nails project, their version of Amazing Grace. God bless. See you again next week.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now fulfilled.